Invest in yourself and invest in your wealth. Hi, I'm Lexi. This is my third attempt at this go live, and I'm hoping it's going to work this time. I have a special guest that I'm inviting here today with me. She is sitting there waiting and trying to get on here with me. And okay, I've got things happening here. Invite. Okay. Succeeded. Okay, adding. All right, this is Subira Folami. Hi, Subira.
Hey, how are you?
Good, thanks for your patience. Wow.
No problem. Let me turn this around. Okay, so you're on your desktop, right?
No, I'm on my phone.
Oh, turn your phone landscape. Because if you turn it landscape, this is just a little trick for anyone who's watching. Oh, maybe you have to start at landscape. But if you start this is just a little trick. If you start at landscape, then we'll come in side by side versus a screen inside a screen. But it's okay.
I'll know for next time. Thank you.
You're always learning. It's cool. Hey, Vivian and Z and Lakeisha, Shanti, Jared. Hello, everybody. All right. So
Hey,
there you go. I
everybody.
didn't know we could change it midway through, after the thing has started, so we can learn.
I just tried and it said I can't do it while I'm on the broadcast. So,
Gotcha.
hey, welcome. Thanks for your patience. I don't know what
You
was
did
going on.
you did really, really well. This is good. Hey, Jean. Hey, Robin.
Thank you. Hey, my friend Denise is watching. She usually doesn't. How you doing, Denise? Wow, this is great. There's a nice audience going on here. Hey, Vivian. So, hey, everybody, if you don't know, this is my friend and mentor, Subira Folami. She is an Amazon best-selling author, breast cancer survivor, as I am. And we have connected recently through a mutual friend. And today we want to talk about the free boot camp that Subira offers. And she's running different ones all year. We're having a new one starting up this month in March. And I'll let you know the date towards the end of this video broadcast. And please do share this out. This is about investing in yourself, investing in your wealth. So if you know somebody that needs to hear this, go ahead and share this out. I'm just getting little PMs here while I'm talking. It's a little distracting, sorry. So yes, please welcome Subira Folami. Hey. So Subira, it's so funny because yesterday as I was thinking about our conversation, one of your 1-year-old videos came across my timeline. It's 1 year old. And there you were playing Robert Kiyosaki's Cash Flow on your desk.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah, that one started being shared about a week ago. I was like, what is going on here? But that was pretty great.
I watched that whole thing and I learned so much because I don't have the game yet.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always tell people it's not a game, that it's definitely a teaching tool, and it'll change your life. It actually changed mine once I started understanding that it was taking the concepts that were inside of the book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, and actually making them 3D. So I could actually play and make mistakes on the board and lose a bunch of money and all of this stuff. Like everything he talked about in theory comes to life on the board game. And then you can take it from the board game and bring it out into this real world. So it was a heck of an experience playing that game.
Awesome. Well, it's a game of life, only you can practice without really losing any money.
Exactly.
You can get good
Exactly.
at it before you actually go out there and make true life choices, right?
Exactly.
So one of the things I was thinking as I was watching your video was what got you started in this, and Rich Dad Poor Dad book, Robert Kiyosaki, The Game of Cash Flow? What brought you to that point in your life, Subira?
hmm So it was about 25 years ago. The book is that old, and I'm that old. And
No.
I was working for Southwest Airlines at the time as a customer service agent at the desk. I was that person checking your luggage, and I got into this conversation with one of my customers. I'm checking his bag and all this good stuff, and I don't remember what we were talking about now, but I remember he looked at me and he said, "What are you doing here?" And I said, "I'm checking your luggage so that you can go wherever you're going." "What do you mean, what am I doing?" He said, "You shouldn't be here. You are not meant to be an employee." And he gave me his copy of um, the cash flow game. And
Wow.
that is still the copy I have. That original copy that I have is 25 years old. And so I read that book. And at that time, I was in my 20s. And I started putting into practice what he said do. He said, pay yourself first. And at that time, working for, Southwest Airlines, I had a 401k plan. I didn't trust myself that I could actually put money away myself and not spend it, because that's what I always had done. I call that stealing from yourself. So I started putting like $25 from every paycheck and realizing, oh, I can actually do this. Like, I'm not going to be poor if I'm not going to be poor by saving a little bit. So it built up my confidence. So that's how I got started with the game. The next thing I did was that's how I got started with the book. The next thing I did was I invested in the game, cash flow game. And I would go to Starbucks and just set the game out with the book, start reading the book, and people would come up to me and say, "What is this?" It's like you have this Monopoly board game out. No one had ever seen the cash flow game. And so I would strike up conversations with people about this game and what I was doing and how the book and what I was learning. And then people would say, "Well, can I get on and play with you?" I'm like, "Sure you can." So I would
Wow.
have 4, 5, 6 people around with a cup of coffee at Starbucks playing the game, and I realized I was teaching.
Awesome.
I was teaching, and I grew a business around taking my cash flow game to Starbucks with the book and just sitting there. And eventually, people started coming up to me every single time. And then I started doing it regularly. So people would know, okay, on Friday nights, Subira's there. Well, I wasn't going by Subira's time, but I was there with the cash flow game, and we were talking about the concepts in the book. And I ended up building an entire business around that. And now that business has turned into, 25 years later, now it's an entire boot camp where people get gold. Like, what?
Viewers, I've only known Subira since about November, but we've sure chatted a lot, and we're in business, and I did not know this about her. Subira, this is fascinating to me. This is awesome. It's motivating me to go out, grab the game, and get over to Tim Hortons.
Yeah. I mean, like, this doesn't have to be hard.
No.
Play. Like, when we become adults, we forget to play. Like, we're thinking money, and it's so hard, and it's so hard, and it's so hard to have a conversation. Kids don't have a problem. Kids go on the playground and they play, and if they're having fun, other kids come over and say, "Hey, my name is Susie. Can I play with you?" "Yeah." Push me in the swing. Next thing you know, they're fast friends. Adults, we have all of these roadblocks up, and we're afraid to talk to each other, and all this fear, and it shows up in our money. It shows up in how hard we work because we believe it has to be hard, and play's gone out the door. I say, get your game, play, invite some people over, and have fun. And take all the heat off of finances. Take all the heat off of money. Like, it can be fun.
Learn valuable things while you're really enjoying yourselves.
And that's the best way for people to learn, is when they're having fun. They don't even know they're like, these people didn't even realize they were learning. They didn't
Right?
even realize they were learning. And I would say, okay, so for the next month, I want you guys to go home and do it the same thing we do in the boot camp. I would say, go home and let's take this cash flow sheet, and let's see what we can do when we go home, where we can find places where we're overextended financially, or, whatever the case may be. Take these concepts from the book. You've played it. You see you can't get out of the rat race. It's designed that way. But what can you put in effect? Start paying yourself. And now in the boot camp, we give them a tool. We give them actual gold and say, here, now you actually have something of value. So that's how it all started for me.
What an awesome story. I love it. It's so
Thank you
awesome.
for asking.
You're welcome. Brought
I
back some
believe
good
in having
memories for
fun.
you, huh?
Yeah.
Good.
A board game. People think it has to be expensive to start a business. It has to be hard to work for yourself. It has to be lonely. Well, I blew all that out of the water. Go to Starbucks, go to Tim Hortons, watch
Awesome.
people come up to you.
Now, the Richard Kiyosaki we're speaking of that wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad and created cash flow, he does save gold himself. And you are saving gold, and I am saving gold. And it's
Mm-hmm.
a store of value. It's a store of value. I've learned a lot in the boot camp. And I really encourage people to go because you are investing in yourself, you're saving for yourself, and you're also making money at the same time. So you're freeing other people and you're freeing yourself from the rat race. When you learn about this gold and Bitcoin boot camp and you learn about how to really invest in yourself. I mean, this is stuff I never grew up knowing. I didn't have a clue. And I wish I
Mm-hmm.
did.
Mm-hmm.
And now we can share this message and let people know about the free boot camp coming up and learn about gold and how to save it and invest in yourself and get out of debt and stay out of debt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it's really not hard. I think that the way we're socialized to believe that it's hard. We're socialized to believe that it's got to be expensive. And um, the hardest part is what's between your ears. The hardest part is the habits that we have developed over the years. They've become calcified. And, I've been working, for me personally, I had my first job. I was 15. I'm going to be 48 this month. So if I didn't make it a point to find new ways, new routes to do things, new ways to see things, new people to talk to, I would be stuck in a rut that says I'm going to be in a situation that does not allow me to live my purpose for the rest of my life. And I think most people statistics say, if you talk to most working adults, most of them are not living in alignment with their life purpose. They don't believe you can actually make a living having fun and doing your life's purpose. They believe I've got to do something that just pays the bills. And that is absolutely not true. And if there's nothing else people take away from this live stream today and from my message on the planet, is that you were born for a purpose and that purpose will support you. But we have to deconstruct the socialization that we've been given in life. Most of us have been socialized in believing those things. So we have to deconstruct that ourselves. And the hardest thing is to develop new habits and stick to them. And the boot camp allows people to do that because you have coaches that hold you accountable. And, your goals, your life mission, your life vision, your life purpose is in front of you all the time. And other people are doing that same thing. Most of us are just trying to like make it on your own, just going work, home, and you're miserable. Like, stop that. Stop that.
Yep. Yep.
But you can't stop it if you're not paying yourself. You can't. You can't stop it if you're not taking care of yourself financially. And that means pay yourself first in real money. And the only real money is gold. I know Lexi's hair is looking really good, isn't it, Dana? Dana says, "Oh, I love Lexi's hair. Your hair is cute."
Thank you. Today was the courage day. I took off my wig and said, today's the day, finally.
You wear it well, girl. You'll wear it well.
Well, thank you. I've had so many compliments, and one of these days it'll be uncalcified belief in my head that it actually does look good.
Soon come, soon come.
Thank you, everyone, for that. I appreciate it. I like how you say decalcify your beliefs, because I was brought up with those as well. Grandma and grandpa's thinking, mom and dad's thinking, and go to work, graduate from school, go to college, get a good job with good benefits. That's what you need to do. So that's what I did. I never lived my life purpose. I was always unhappy. And I know a lot of people are the same. When you retire, you may have had such bad money habits that you cannot live the lifestyle you're accustomed to after your working years. Society says, we don't want you anymore because you're too old. You're unemployable for whatever reason. So now you need to make sure you've paid yourself to live the lifestyle that you are accustomed to and keep living your purpose till your last breath.
And my thing is, how about you live better? How about you live better than the way you did when you were struggling, getting up every day, going to a job you couldn't stand, and not living your purpose? But if we don't start to take care of it earlier, deconstruct it and recreate it earlier, by the time you get to 65, forget it. Forget it. It literally is going to be downhill. And I can't remember who said it. It's escaping me right now, the quote. But the quote is, if you don't find a way to earn income while you sleep, you will die working. You will literally die working. And I am, like, my life's mission is to support people in living their vision. Living, like, what in the world were you born for? It was not to get up and go to work. It was not to toil, and that was not it. There's so much that this planet needs, and it needs people who are awake and aware and free, not just financially, but mentally free, emotionally free, spiritually free. But if you spend all day thinking about the fact that you don't have enough money, or where am I going to get money to take care of this bill that I know is coming up in 6 weeks, or like, that's not living. That's just not living. And there are people hurting because you can't show up in your own life for yourself and your family. Because you're here to serve somebody. Somebody is waiting for all of us to show up and do the job we really came to the planet to do. And that's service. And let me tell you what, people can't pay you enough for your service. Whatever your gift is, Lexi, your innate gift that you, the thing, the one thing, or however many things you came to the planet for, there is no one that can pay you for that gift. That's your life energy. How could it's not even measurable. So all my students, they could not pay me for who I am. They couldn't pay me. There's no way. So I have a business that I set up so that, having gold and not, being burdened down by debt for the rest of my life frees me up to do the things I came to the planet to do.
Subira, how many people through your boot camp so far do you think that you've help them live their life purpose and invest in themselves?
Well, as of right now, there are close to 200 people that have gone through the boot camp. Now, some people go through and come back through 2 and 3 times, um, and have stayed and become coaches. And, so I mean, there's been over 200 people that have gone through that boot camp. But I've been doing this work for 25 years. I don't even know how many people I've affected. But the boot camp itself, we're a little over 200 people right now.
That is awesome.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And with the help of the coaches, it's going to expand and keep expanding. So I'm really excited about that. I love what Dana says. Since you can't pay me, I would much rather you pay yourself. That's really what it comes down to.
Awesome, Dana. Yep. I love what you were saying earlier, Subira, about living your life's purpose. You're happy. You're showing up because you want to. Your heart is in it.
Mm-hmm.
And you're getting out of debt and you're paying yourself first. And if you don't pay yourself first and invest in yourself, invest in your wealth, nobody else is going to do it for you.
Nope. Everything else is designed literally to pull money away from you. Hey, Reese. Everything else is designed to take money away from you. No, that's fine. Hey, Chris. And so you gotta reorganize yourself in such a way that money is actually flowing to you. And that what is flowing out of you is your gifts. So imagine just being remunerated, right? Imagine being remunerated in real money for just being present and showing up. Now, some people want to be present as teachers, as doctors, as, whatever their business might be. Well, those would be more like sole proprietors. So if you create a business system and allow that business system to attract your clients, you have the right people that come to you for your gifts, the thing, so that you get up every day and you're able to just do what you love, and then you're remunerated for that.
When you say that, I do think of doctors and teachers and stuff, but the music side of me, I love music, always have. And when I stop and think about if that singer decided that he didn't want to share his singing and live his life's purpose, I wouldn't enjoy that artist singing. The world would have never got his gift if he stopped himself from giving that gift. Bands that we love, music singers that we love, the artists that we love, that we really enjoy, if they stopped themselves and said, no, nobody wants to hear this, nobody's interested, I'm not good at it, I think I better just go get a 9-to-5 job and not do that singing gig. It's not worth it. Nobody's going to care, nobody's going to listen, nobody's going to come and watch me. That would change the world dramatically. And I look at that and I go, you need to share your life's purpose. It's extremely important. People are out there waiting for your message every day. So never stop yourself and say, there's nothing I have to offer, there's nothing I have to give. Take that vocabulary out of your mind, off your lips, and just say, go out and live my purpose. There are people there waiting for me to serve them right now. And I need to connect with them, and I need them to
pay you. They'll actually pay you. Just like when I was saying, sitting at the table with the game, because I was enjoying myself, people were like, yeah, let me get in. Oh, yeah, let me come play. So if you do your business from a place of play, and you build your business around your life purpose, Next thing you know, it's just a magical thing that happens. It is mind blowing. It is mind blowing. And I have at the center of my business model gold. So guess what? People can come around with me and all I do is go, hey, Jean, no problem. I literally just walk around in different aspects of my business giving out gold, just free gold accounts for everybody. And you get
Awesome.
paid for that. I don't know. I love teaching. I like inspiring. I built a business around what I love doing. I love writing. So yeah.
That is awesome. This has been amazing, Subira. This has just been awesome. Thank you for sharing all that. It's incredible. That it's people need to hear your message, and I'm so glad we had this platform to
Thank you
listen
for
to you and
inviting
share
me.
that. Pardon?
Thank you. I said thank you for inviting me. I appreciate that.
Oh, you're very welcome. So lastly, let's tell our viewers when the next free boot camp starts and what they need to
Sure.
do.
Sure. Okay. So the next boot camp is called the Gold and Bitcoin Boot Camp, and it starts March 12th. It runs through April 16th. And whoever invited you to this broadcast, get back with them because they have a link. If you guys are connected to Lexi, she's got a link for you. The beautiful thing is that there is no cost to the boot camp. You're going to open an account, which is free. You're going to open Lexi's going to give you a free gold savings account. And then you just decide how much you want to save and how often. Okay? You decide how much you want to save and how often. There is a particular amount for what you want to open your account with. I believe it's somewhere like $300 or $400 to open the account. That's what you want to, just like if you went into a bank and they say, okay, you need to open your account with $10 or whatever, but this is gold that you're getting. So you're going to open your account, and then you're going to start to pay yourself every week or every other week. That's it. That's it. And the
Awesome.
beautiful thing is you got Lexi as your coach. So we've got coaches that will hold you accountable, so that you don't do what I used to do, which was steal from myself and go in and cash my gold in and not pay myself. So you've got a community that this is what we do. And yeah, so it runs for 6 weeks. Mondays,
I will
9 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yep.
Mondays 9 to 10 p.m. EST. Got it. This has been incredible, and I will definitely drop my link in the discussion below this video, everybody that's watching. So I'm going to wrap this up here. Thank you so much, Subira. This has been awesome. I really
Thank
appreciate your
you.
time today. Thank you for
Thank you
all of your
for
value.
having me.
You're very
Thank you for
welcome.
having me.
You are
All right,
awesome.
guys. Bye-bye, everybody.
All right. Bye now.